Is the United States of America going to war against Iran? I'm sure you heard about this. Are they going to strike? It's been a week of people waiting, anticipation, anxiety. Is it going to happen or not? Well, report says that Donald Trump was very close at authorizing strikes against Iran. And something has happened. And in this video, we're going to try to find out what is happening really right now and what are the reasons why the United States of America has not struck Iran yet. That Iran has something that nobody thought they had. We're going to find out about this. Now, what is Donald Trump really trying to achieve? The past couple of days have been very, very rough. We've seen things move very quickly from the United States of America around Iran. Number one, we've seen the US deploy 13 F-15 fighter jets in Jordan. This is Jordan on the map. The US has a military base in Jordan. They have deployed 13 F-15 fighter jets. They've landed in Jordan. What was the reason? Question mark. Number two, the US has deployed the USS Abraham Lincoln. This is one of the world's biggest carrier ever. And this has firepower like nothing on earth. Abraham Lincoln was moving toward Iran, but now it is reported that it is moving around Southeast Asia. Number three, the island of Diego Garcia. This island right here, you can see on the map, this island is controlled by the United States of America. They have a military base for many, many years, and they use this island for specific operations. Diego Garcia right now has about 16 C-17 aircraft, and the C-17 aircraft, for those of you who don't know, are cargo aircraft that carries many, many things. What are they carrying right now? It is believed the C-17 are carrying Patriot missiles. What are Patriot missiles? Patriot missiles are these ones here. They're some of the best air defense missiles in the world. Number four, 30,000 US troops are right now around South Asia. And these people are also deployed around Egypt, Oman, Kuwait, Iraq. They are ready, locked and loaded. Now, America has a policy which they call keeping all options on the table.
Well, I think one thing President Trump is very good at is always keeping all of his options on the table. And airstrikes would be one of the many, many options that are on the table for the commander-in-chief. Diplomacy is always the first option for the president. He's told all of you last night that what you're hearing publicly from the Iranian regime is quite differently from the messages the administration is receiving privately. And I think the president has an interest in exploring those messages. However, with that said, the president has shown he's unafraid to use military options if and when he deems necessary, and nobody knows that better than Iran.
And we also know that Benjamin Netanyahu of Israel is holding urgent meetings right now. They believe that the United States of America is going to strike. And obviously, if America strikes, Israel will probably be in danger, so they'd rather be working with America than do nothing. So what happened? In Iran, we saw major protests recently. People were very angry, wanting the government to change. And some people believe that some of the people that incited this revolt were basically CIA and Mossad agents from Israel. Now, many people were arrested by Iranians, and the goal was to execute many of these people. And as they promised, they have executed many of them. Now, they were planning to execute about 800 people last weekend, but they have not done so. Now, here Donald Trump is being asked why he has not been able to attack Iran yet. Was he convinced by anybody, whether Arabs or Israel? Listen to this.
Arab and Israeli officials convinced you to not strike Iran?
Nobody convinced me. I convinced myself. You had yesterday scheduled over 800 hangings. They didn't hang anyone. They canceled the hangings. That had a big impact.
Trump said nobody convinced him at all. Okay, he made the decision himself, as you can hear. He said 800 execution had been planned in Iran. And after they planned the execution, Trump said, if you kill these people, I'm going to bomb you. He said they have not killed them. For him, that's a victory. So for Donald Trump, he feels like because he had told Iran not to kill those 800 people, and Iran has not done so, it's a way for Iran to back down. And he feels that's good enough for him not to attack. Now, what are the real reasons why Trump has not attacked Iran? Number one, the US does not have enough assets in the area because American soldiers have been deployed all over the place, from Southeast Asia to the Caribbean, trying to stop Maduro. Number two, there's been rigid resistance from several Arab countries. They have resisted Trump, saying that they will not allow the United States of America to strike Iran from their land. This is the first, okay? A lot of Arabs lean toward America. This time around, they say, you know what? We're not going to allow you to strike Iran coming from our countries. Number 3, Israel is not ready. They've voiced themselves, reached out to Trump saying, listen, we are not ready. In case Iran decides to retaliate in the most drastic way, we will not be ready to protect ourselves. Just remember a couple of months ago when Trump bombarded Iran and Israel followed up. Iran struck really, really hard, and it was embarrassing for the Iron Dome of the Israelis. And now Israel admits that they're not going to be ready if Donald Trump attacks Iran. Number 4, Saudi Arabia said they will not allow the United States of America to use their land as a base to strike Iran. This is the first. Saudi Arabia and Iran don't ever get along. Okay, and they're very much the friends of America. But this time around, they said, we will not allow you to strike Iran from our land. Because if they do so, Iran is going to retaliate. Number 5, Iran said, if you attack us, we're going to destroy all of your assets in the neighborhood. Okay, all of your assets. America's got many, many military bases in the area. They are very much capable of hitting them with the ballistic missiles and all the fast missiles. If we're going to talk about that. Now, we have another report saying that they were actually planning to kill Iran religious leader. Yes, we're talking about Mohammed Ali Khamenei. And that declaration made Iran react immediately. The president of Iran, Masoud Marikian, this man right here, got very angry about that. He said if they dare to kill the religious leader, that's a declaration of war against Iran, and it's going to go bad. Now, let me remind you here, fellas, that a lot of Iran's arsenal was destroyed by Israelis and Americans during their last attack on Iran. But guess what? They have rebuilt most of these arsenals that were destroyed. In fact, some reports say that Iran overwhelms what they used to have in the past. They're even more lethal now than they were in the past. And also Iran, you must remember, has got ballistic missiles. These are almost unstoppable missiles. They have long-range missiles. They've even promised the United States of America that they are very well capable of hitting America's motherland directly. So Iran says to be capable of striking inland United States of America. You know, one of the reasons why America wins most of the war is also, beside the firepower, is the fact that the land is very far. So it's almost impossible to retaliate. America being very, very far, they take war to your house. So it's very difficult for them to feel it. Wow. Many countries have developed abilities to strike inside any countries across the world, including America. And it looks like Iran is now a part of those countries. Let me know how you feel about this. Donald Trump is putting pressure on Iran. Right now, nobody knows what's going to happen, but is he going to pull the trigger? Will he ever pull the trigger? Because we can clearly see the United States of America is not ready. They've deployed soldiers and assets all across the world. We know that Israel is not ready because they've not developed systems strong enough to stop Iran if they rain fire upon them. Again, we can see Arabs coming together, protecting, if not, at least not giving up space to Trump to use their land as a back base to go and bomb Iran. Again, do you think Donald Trump is within his right to try to protect those 800 people that were just about to be hanged? Or do you think he's a bit overreaching his power? And this has absolutely nothing to do with him, because the 800 people that are about to hang, the 800 people that were about to be hung were actually agents of the Mossad and the CIA. Let me know how you feel about this. It was a great pleasure. God bless.